Hello, everyone. Today is Thursday, February 14th. So while it is a Thursday, it's also actually a very special Thursday because today is Valentine's. So you might be wondering, why am I wearing these horns on Valentine's? I have to tell you that I used to have so much stuff with hearts and kisses and all of that. And I don't really know where a lot of it is anymore. So all I could find were these. But I think that it's actually fitting because even though Valentine's is this sweet, happy, heart, love-filled holiday, there's also some dark energy in it as well. And I think it's really important to acknowledge that and um, and yeah, just be able to look at the fact that Valentine's isn't all hearts and roses and chocolate candy. There's actually darkness in it as well. So, but I want to say happy Valentine's and tell you a little bit more about my thoughts with it. So if you're just joining me here today, I would love it if you would say hello or just give a like or a love so I know that you're here. Since it's Valentine's, it would be nice to give a love. However, like I said, we may not all feel happy and thrilled about Valentine's. So if you want to give a mad face or a sad face or a wow face, all of that is good too. Just anything so that I know that you are here and that you watched the video. So the first thing I want to say about Valentine's, I guess I've said a couple of things already, but some of the things that I'm thinking about is, crap, I lost my notes. Not that I use notes at all, of course not, but just some things that I want to say. So, a lot of us might have this feeling that like, oh my God, Valentine's, oh my God, I just can't wait for it to be over. And if that's what you feel, just know that you are not alone. Many of us have these romantic ideas that we've been given by society and by our Disney princess culture that makes us think that we need to feel this certain way about Valentine's Day, and that there's many expectations about what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing, and we put a lot of judgments on ourselves, especially as how desirable and desired we are on Valentine's. So if you don't have a date, then maybe you're just a bad and ugly person who nobody wants to be with, and that's why you don't have a date. But I know that that's not true, and I'm sure that you know that that's not true. We are strong and powerful women who own our lives, and there's many, many reasons why we don't have a date on Valentine's, and I can assure you that because you're ugly and awful is definitely not one of them. So, I mean, the truth is that maybe there are some things about yourself that you want to change, and the good news about that is that amazing. You can do it. You can make changes if you actually want to. But I just don't want that to be based on like some Valentine's kind of thing of like, oh my God, I don't have a date, and so that's why I need to make changes. But if you want to make changes for your own self-preservation and to get what you want in life, that's always a good thing. So I want you to know that there's nothing majorly wrong with you, I'm sure, to why you're not getting a Valentine's date. But I do have a couple ideas of why you may not be, and here we're going to go into them. So these are the 5 real reasons why you're not going on a date on Valentine's. And then stick around because at the end I have a special Valentine's Day wish that I want to give to you. So before I go into that, I just want to say once again, if you are watching the broadcast, even if you're watching it after, just say hi or let me know what you're doing on Valentine's Day and how this day is landing for you. And like I said, if you're not feeling super happy about it, just know that you're not alone. So here they are, the 5 real actual reasons that you're not going on a date on Valentine's. Number 1, you're celebrating sticking to your boundaries. Maybe you're celebrating leaving an unhealthy relationship. Maybe you are celebrating breaking up with somebody who's been really, really bad for you, and now you are like, oh my gosh, I'm free. Maybe this is the first time in a long time that you haven't been with a partner on Valentine's, and you're breaking that pattern of being with somebody just to be with somebody. So maybe you are actually doing some really, really good self-care to yourself by not going out on a date You are celebrating your brand new life of freedom, of happiness, of sticking to your boundaries that you weren't doing before. And that's really important. So if that's the case, if that's what you're doing today, kudos to you. Number 2 of why you may not be going on a date on Valentine's. You're celebrating different forms of romance, of love, as opposed to romantic love. So maybe you are celebrating with your best girlfriends that you love to go out with and you love to spend time with. Maybe you're celebrating with your children and you're showing them how important love is and what a gift love can be and how to have unconditional love for people. Maybe you're spending this holiday with your parents who maybe they're elderly, maybe they need love. Maybe you're spending time volunteering someplace with people who don't have anybody in their lives. So maybe you're just celebrating love and not putting this idea that it has to be this romantic love on it. That's a beautiful and perfect way to celebrate Valentine's. Number 3 of the real reasons that you may not be doing anything on Valentine's. You are not spending your time chasing somebody who doesn't deserve you. So a lot of times, we have this idea, oh my gosh, I just want to be with somebody on Valentine's. I just want to have this date. I just want to have somebody to go out with who's going to make me feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not alone on Valentine's. So you're chasing after somebody who doesn't deserve you, maybe hasn't shown you that they are able to give you what you need, and they're just really not there for you. It could even be somebody that has previously treated you like crap, and you are going back to them being like, oh, please hang out with me just because you want to hang out with somebody. The best gift on Valentine's that you can give yourself is to be alone if it's better than being with somebody who's not going to treat you right. There's nothing great about being with somebody just to be with somebody. So if you're trying to go out on a date with somebody just so that way you can have a date, don't do it. All right, number 4 of the real reason why you may be not going on a date tonight on Valentine's is that you're choosing your own self first. So you are not worrying about what anybody else is doing. You're not worrying about what anybody else says. You're not worrying about what society says. You are choosing your own self first. And you are doing something specifically for you. You are using this day as to celebrate self-love. And maybe you're going out and getting a massage. Maybe you're going to a spa. Maybe you're watching a bunch of movies that you don't usually give yourself time to watch. Maybe you're taking time off work. Maybe you are just doing a nice meditation on self-love. But whatever it is that you're doing, you're putting your own self first. You're not worrying about anybody else and what their needs are, and you are just basking in the glow of your self-love. That's beautiful. And finally, number 5 of the real actual reason why you may not be having a date tonight on Valentine's Day is that you're not buying into this bullshit holiday. So here's the thing that I'll tell you. As somebody who has worked for many years in the field of relationships and romance and sexuality, I always loved Valentine's because even before that, ever since I was a little kid, I always had this idea about love. I've always loved love. My mom was always like, she was young and she was fun, and she always talked to me about boys and relationships and treat me like her friend, and that's probably part of the reason why I am the way I am now. I mean, I know it's the reason that I am the way I am now, but I learned early on that love was really important and that love was really vital, and I wanted to have love as much as possible. And so I always loved celebrating love because it was like this, it's my favorite thing. Why not celebrate it? But I also realized that as I grew up, there were many patterns that I had around love, because love is something that, while it's beautiful and wonderful, it also has very potent power that can drag you down. And some of my most beautiful, amazing things that I've had in my life ever have been due to love. And some of the most heartbreaking, awful things that I've had in my life have been due to love. So I knew that I was going to have to make peace with love if I was ever going to really be able to have what I wanted and needed and become empowered. And so, that's why I developed love cleansing. For myself, I just was like, I need to cleanse and purge this shit. I need to get clear and clean and transparent with myself and with my patterns, so that way I know exactly what I'm doing, and I don't have this charge around love all the time. I don't have this idea around like, oh my God, like, I just feel like really triggered around love, or that I want it, or that I don't have it, or that I do have it, or any of those things. I knew I needed to have my clearing and cleansing with my own personal relationship to love. I need to get onto the other side of that. And so I'm very pleased to announce that now I do feel like I'm on the other side of that. I'm on the other side of an unhealthy relationship to love. And I'm happy to be celebrating Valentine's Day from where I am now. I feel very happy and healthy in my relationship to love. And I don't need to have it in any particular way anymore. I can be loved very deeply, as I've always wanted to be, and I am, and I feel safe and seen. I have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing partner where I have that love every day, and I also have that love inside of me. So I'm not running around looking for love and looking for any of these things that related to love, because I've done the cleansing, I've done the clearing, and I feel clear and clean in my relationship to love. So that brings me to my wish for you. My wish for you on this Valentine's Day is that you can cleanse your relationship with love, so you can be at peace with love, and you can then become empowered in love. So that way, when you're confronted with love, or when love comes to you, and when you're out there in the world looking for love, or pulling it in, or pushing it away from you, that you feel clean and clear about your relationship to it. And then you can redefine your relationship to love. And if it hasn't been working out for you in the way you want, you can then have the joy, contentment, happiness, success in love in whatever form you want to have it in, whether it's with lots of people, one person, but mostly so you can have it that way within yourself. And then Valentine's Day can just become like any other old day, because you don't have that trigger around it. You don't have this thought of like, oh my God, I should be doing this to show myself and show the world that I have the love that I want in the way that I want it. Then you can just enjoy this Thursday or Tuesday or Saturday or whatever day Valentine's happens to fall on that year. You can just enjoy that day and know that you have the love inside of you that you've always wanted, and you don't have to look for it. You don't have to scour the streets like a junkie looking for love. You can just have the love inside of you with anybody else that you choose to have it. So that is my wish for you on this Valentine's Day 2019. And if you want to find out more about how you can cleanse your relationship with love, and you can clear yourself of the patterns that are stopping you from having the relationship to love that you want, that are stopping you from feeling empowered in your love life, drop me a line and I would love to help you. My program, Love Cleansing, is a great way to look at your patterns and to heal from all of them, so you can have this clean and clear relationship with love. So find me on Facebook, on Instagram, online. I'm pretty easy to find, and you can contact me, and I would love to chat with you about your relationship with love, where it's getting you, and see how we can help you feel empowered to create the changes that you need to change, so that way you can have the kind of love that you want. So happy Valentine's to you. And may this day bring you all the love that you want, especially the love inside. Bye.